Everybody's wondering how they're going to get that big long thing between the two cranes. It takes about 30 seconds. That's probably the longest single span over bridge you're ever going to see. That's just about a long stage one without making any speed.
You ever been up to the one at Forsyth? Have you ever been up the one up the road at Forsyth Mill up there?
I'm sorry.
Have you ever been up to the Forsyth Bridge?
No, I haven't.
The road?
I'm from Park County.
Forsyth went up the road here just a couple miles over the Flower Rock it's 190 single span. It's a huge bridge.
Really?
Yeah.
190?
Yeah. You need to, we'll go up the road.
And it's all one span?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, you got the longest one there in Park County, though, Jackson.
Well, it's the longest. West Union, it's the longest one in Park County.
Well, I'm talking about single span, though, the Jackson Bridge.
Oh, the Jackson Bridge?
Yeah.
Really?
It's 207 feet.
Okay, I didn't realize
That's the longest one still.
I've been to the Jackson
longest one still carrying traffic. There's some longer ones in the U.S. single. There's one that's 240 out in California, but they don't use it anymore.
You've been studying up on it more than I have.
A little bit.
You go to Park County much?
About 30 years worth. Yeah. I don't get over there during the festival too much. Too many people for my liking, but.
I live about from here to the top of the hill up there from the bridge, and I can't. All the festival people goes by our house on a dirt road, and we have to wear respirators for the 10 days of festival to keep from dying from dust inhalation.
Trying to break this video up into 2 segments because I only have 20 minutes worth. One of them moving it over and then one of them lifting it.
Where you live?
You what?
Where you live?
Newcastle.
About a mile and a half straight past that. I'm probably only a mile straight south of around 244. Daughter and I were actually sitting on the picnic table when this tornado went through.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it came.
Yeah.
I just said we better, and then all of a sudden, it went a quarter mile south.
Wow.
Took out the neighbor's house.
Well,
I mean, it was gone as quick as it came.
Wow.
Have you ever been down there at that bridge or rehabbing down at Midori? Down by Seymour, have you?
Yeah, I'm glad to see that finally getting done because that old bridge was just
bad shape.
Horrible shape.
It's been traffic's been off it how long? You got any idea?
Almost 40 years.
Oh yeah.
They bypassed it in I think
Dan
72.
Pretty tough shape. They're having a lot. He said it's going to be more work.
Oh yeah.
Repairing it than this was to build it from scratch.
Yeah, well, it's 3 of these, about the same size as this span, 3 of them. And the one on the east side that actually wasn't over the river, it was over dry land, was
how far is that from
tipping and
how far out of Seymour is it?
Oh, well, it's go on down Brownstown and then out. It's on a little.
But it's between Brownstown and Seymour.
No, it's actually well. Get my bearings here.
The north or south of 50?
It's going to be, well, it's west of, well, okay, I'm sorry, south of 50.
South of 50.
I mean, it's down close to the Jackson, Washington, Lawrence, kind of that area, county line. It's an old, what's that, State Road 234? No, no, I can't think of that. 258 maybe? It's on an old state road.
I sat there for a long time.
Okay, they're doing this a little bit different. They did it when they set ours over at Bridgeton. They had to pick it off the cement bridge, and no, wait a minute. No, but when they start out, the sections was on the outside of the cranes, and they had to spin both cranes around and get it on the other side of them to set it on the thing. And everybody was sitting there pulling their hair out trying to figure out how they was going to do it. And man, I mean, those guys just, I mean,
and that bridge didn't weigh near as much as this one.
Huh?
That bridge didn't weigh near as much as this
Oh
one.
no, it didn't. It was
because
they
used lighter,
not as wide,
they used lighter timbers in it, and
it wasn't anyways nearer as
Daniels didn't build near as heavy a bridge as the Kennedys did. The Kennedys used wood up in their upper lateral bracing, those X's up on the top and in the bottom, and Daniels over there in Park County used iron rods.
Yeah.
So a Kennedy bridge weighed a lot more.
Yeah, he just told me last night when I first got over here that they didn't have any tie rods. That just about blew my mind. I had no idea that any of them was built without tie rods going back from one side to the other to hold them together.
Now, if you look at those lateral bracings up there, they put them in and they drive a wedge in them to hold them. Which you know, Daniels would use an iron rod with a nut.
Just put a ramp on each end and nail it.
The only thing they was able to salvage out of our bridge was them big 3-inch washers, and the kids went down and dove down.
That's what I heard. They were giving them ice cream every time they brought one up. They got ice cream, I guess.
The tie rods, they look like spaghetti in the creek, and they was in there for probably a month or two before the county come down. But boy, that was a horrible sight. That was a horrible sight. I mean,
I'm glad they caught that guy. Now I heard they caught him at Mansfield getting out of his truck with a can of gasoline.
He was from here to that crane over there from Vernon into the Mansfield Bridge.
Yeah, they got a pretty neat system over there. They scatter the sheriffs, and they get Vigo County sheriffs come up and help them if they get a report of a fire on the bridge. They scatter and go out around the other bridges, and that's how they caught this guy.
They had that plan figured out about 3 or 4 years, because see, that same guy had torched an apartment building over by Montezuma, about 20 miles from there.
Of course, he burned Jeffries Ford too.
Yeah, he burned Jeffries Ford. They know he did, and they've known it ever since he did it, but they never was able to pin it on. They never was able to prove it, but they knew all along it was him. But he's not in jail. He's in a nut house. He's in a nut house. They say he's too nutty to prosecute. But if they ever let him out of the nut house, they better put a bulletproof vest on him, because I bet there's a lot of people in Park County going to put him in his grave before he gets to the courtroom. Boy, that was